Hello, it's Craig here from WP Publish. WP is WordPress. Just going to put that up front. A few people have asked me what is WP, but I think that's where I'm coming from, and I think those are the kind of people that I can help. I feel like I'm a website provider. I got so into WordPress, I'm connecting people to WordPress who perhaps haven't come across it before or don't really know how to use it and what kind of solutions that it can provide for their online business, online project, for their hobbies, for their family, all those kind of areas. This video is about one-page websites and how I see it as a bit of an evolution in website design. Using the WordPress theme that's called DIVI, and the website I use on WP Publish has got this one-page format. So let me just show you the WP Publish site, and you can get an idea for this, how a one-page site looks. So as I'm scrolling down, you can obviously see the different sort of sections and information. I suppose taking you deeper into what we do, what we're about, what people have said about us. Here's a summary of our prices, and here's some contact information. And that's it, and that's all laid out on one page. Traditionally in the past, that may have been on a number of pages that you could have clicked through. And so I guess the clever part is that the menu now, instead of taking you to different locations on the site, it takes you to different places in that page. You can flick back. I think I see the way, when I first got into websites, the sort of traditional view, the traditional arrangement was this hierarchy of pages, and the pages were sort of layered together in this kind of sequence. So you would start at the front end, and then you could kind of click through to deeper and deeper levels of pages, and then each page was kind of put together using HTML and some styling, and each page has its own kind of place on the server, and that's the kind of way it worked. And I just think there's been a big evolution, certainly through WordPress, that's moved away from that, and that's towards modularity, or the modular construction. And I guess what made me think of this is because I was reading a very recent book by a guy called Dexter Dias, and it's called The 10 Kinds of Human, and he talks about evolution, in particular the evolution of the brain, being now considered a modular development. And he makes the connection with nature and with any kind of complex system, and you certainly see this in engineering and in computers, where the modular basis can create incredibly complex ideas and systems. And so for me, the websites have gone this way, whereby we are now moving into the world of modules. And so I guess how it works, the way you can access it is if you come in at the sort of certainly from what we do at WP Publish, if you're coming in at the sort of basic, the base package starting point, then you're looking at a layout, and that could be a one-page layout. Of course, you could have a couple of pages behind it, but essentially that layout's got all the information. It's got different ways that people can contact you. It's got opt-in boxes if that's the kind of thing you need on your site. Obviously the images, some bio, products, and they can all be laid out in that one-page format. Within that layout, we have a number of sections, and each section has a different role, whether it's a feature section, whether it's a testimonial section, whether it's a contact section. And then within the sections, we have the modules. This is kind of the driving power of the website. And I suppose the modules are mostly function-based. And so when you work with your modules, you can have similar modules throughout your site, and when you make changes to one, you can have it so that all the others are updated as well. the great thing about this is that as you scale up, as you change, let's say we're talking about an email opt-in. So as your email marketing develops, and maybe as you change provider and as you look for different things, that module can easily be switched out. It can easily be updated. It can easily be changed for some other kind of technology that has yet to evolve. And yet your website remains in place, and it's a very straightforward switch of that module. You can move those modules around, you can layer them up, you can stack them in different ways. You can have them repeated throughout your site so you get the same message coming up in different places. And so I guess what I'm working with is helping people structure their sites through modules, through sections, and in the first instance, through layouts.